Okay, yes.
We're good.
All right, guys, welcome to tonight's training call. This is like a really quick flash training that we wanted to do as we were talking about some of the hangups that people were getting in as we're pushing for promotions towards the end of the month. And we are, we're talking to so many people, which is great. That's what we are paid to do, is talk to a lot of people. But the problem is it's not, they're not funneling through, right? We're kind of getting stuck with our follow-ups and with our verbiage and things like that. And so we wanted to give you guys some troubleshooting ideas on how to unconstipate that funnel, right? We don't want to get stuck there. So we wanted to kick off with some verbiage. And everything I pulled, I'm actually going to go over to some, actually, Kristen, correct me if I'm wrong. Are you doing reach out or am I? I have it. It's fine.
You're doing reach out. Yeah, you're doing the first two.
All right. So everything that I'm pulling from you guys, if you are not on our, here's my shameless plug. If you are not on our academy calls, you need to be. If you are not reading Get Over Your Damn Self, you need to be, because everything I'm pulling from tonight is from this book. Okay. So this has been a game changer for me. And let me tell you why. I've been doing this business for a really, really long time. Well, I can't say really, really, but maybe like one really long time. And I have done it wrong so many times. I have said the wrong things. I have posted, it's like so embarrassing to see like the Facebook memories that pop up on like what you posted this time 4 years ago. And I'm like, oh, I said those things. Like, it's not okay. I was very preachy, lectured people right and left. Like, it was bad. It was bad, guys. So I know what not to do because it hasn't worked. But now I know what has worked because the track record shows it, right? When you have for the customers coming and the team building and all of that, that shows growth, and you have it all, you're getting it figured out. So like I said, if you don't have this book, get it. But I'm going to go over really quickly. It's stuck on waiting. Hold on. So we have some people trying to get on that are not able to get on.
That's weird.
Hold on. Yeah. Hold on just 1 second.
I would reach to the phone and hold you. But I can't.
Okay. Okay, come help me. All right. You're ready? You're fine. Hey, you have to stop though. Hold the bottle for me. Hold that for me. Okay. So, she loves looking at herself. So when she sees her face, she's like, oh. They're all tangled up in that cord there. Love kids. Never have children. Just kidding. All right. So reach out rules is what we wanted to start with. And I think these are key, especially if you're new in this business, to really find what, anyway, I'm going to obviously make this super, super brief. But the first reach out rule, don't be attached to the outcome of any one conversation. We don't want to get stuck on somebody's going to say yes, right? It's not good for your health. Don't do it. Number 2, don't be on the hunt. Okay. When you are out meeting people, just meet people to meet people, just be there and be present. That is super important because people can feel when you're only their friend because you're trying to get a sell or you're trying to get a new rep. Don't do it. Less is more. Who here has word vomited before? Yeah, every hand goes up. Less is more. And we're going to work on some verbiage with that. But my really quick solution to this, and we get it from Eric Worre's GoPro as well as in this book, but my personal favorite is something that can help. We're talking to people, we're having a conversation, and the conversation will present itself to bring up Juice Plus. But you want to say, oh my gosh, have you heard of Juice Plus? You need to be taking this. Like, and then go off onto it has so much research and it's concentrated, but just stop. Deep breath and just say, hey, I might have something you'd be interested in. Let me get your information and I can send you a quick video. And that gives you time to think and process about what you're actually going to say. Oh, really? This is driving me crazy. I'm sorry, Chris.
Thanks for bearing with us, guys. Our technical difficulties. Luckily, we're all reps, so it doesn't actually matter.
I don't know what is going on with this. It's driving me crazy.
Are you on your phone or your computer?
I'm on my phone because my phone does better than my computer. Go figure.
Are you on Wi-Fi? Try taking it off Wi-Fi and just going rogue. That's what I do sometimes.
Yeah, I just did. Is it working better?
Yeah, much better.
Okay. And I'll try to talk slower. Sometimes I talk too fast and it gets crazy. So being yourself and sharing from your heart. And you guys, especially when you're new, if you are afraid that you're coming off salesy or pushy or anything like that, just say it. Just say that to them. Say, hey, I really want to share this with you, but I don't want to come off as one of like those salespeople, but I really feel like this could benefit you. Just say that, and that's okay. You don't have to be like a perfect at all of this verbiage. Just tell them exactly like what you're thinking, what you're afraid of. Like, I've been wanting to talk to you about this, but I'm afraid you're going to like think that I'm being spammy or pushy or salesy. And I don't want that because your friendship means more to me than that. Just tell them. Okay. But also keep in mind that you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. And we've talked about that a lot. But again, emotionally detaching from that one conversation. And when you're in conversations, when you're asking questions, when you're asking those high yielding questions, just listen, like really, really listen, because that is going to, excuse me, Kristen, I think I have your burps tonight. I'm burping for you. That is going to show that you care, right? We're the company with a heart. We want to come across as not having all the answers and not being on top of the very next sales pitch, but showing that we care. And when you slow down and you take a deep breath before responding, it shows that. Okay. Don't work from appointment to appointment. And I'm going to show you some great verbiage for going from appointment to appointment in just a minute. But don't count your chickens. I have fallen into this so many times. I talk to somebody about the shred. I'm positive they're going to order. So I sit back and I just wait for that order and wait for that order. And suddenly they're on my list for like 3 weeks and they still haven't ordered. And it gets to the end of the month and I thought I had this volume. I thought I had this paycheck and it's not there because I, in my head, wrote it off saying, oh yeah, they're totally going to order. I'm good. And then I wind up with nothing at the end. So just keep talking. If your goal is to have 5 orders, you keep going until you have 10 orders. Don't stop just because you think somebody's a yes. Lead with the business, default to the products, and then the referrals. Okay. So it's a 3-step process that we've talked about on our Academy calls. So I won't dwell with it too much, but never think a no to the business is a no to the product. And never think that a no to the product doesn't mean that they won't have somebody else in mind that could benefit from it. Okay. Don't leave rambling voicemails with word vomit. Don't do that. Or rambling like messages that you type out. Don't do that either. Because as soon as people see that they have to scroll to get to the end of your message, they ain't reading it. Lead with what's in it for them. That is, again, in this book. But basically, what's in it for them is exactly what it sounds like. You're going to do this exercise every time you think of someone of how will this benefit them? What pain will it take away from them? And what value will it get? Okay. And then if it is, and then don't end the conversation. The last reach out rule is to not end the conversation without talking about them becoming a customer, right? So if you're having that conversation, you always lead with the business, but don't end the conversation there because there's so much potential for, like I said, products or referrals. So those are the reach out rules that I love. And now we're going to go into some verbiage. So it's going to just, sorry, you guys, I swear I actually know what I'm doing today. So this is following up like a professional. Kristen and I talked about how follow-up seems to feel naggy and it feels like we're stalking people and it feels like we're being pushy, right? Anybody relate to that? Or you just don't know what to say because you're like, well, I mean, they said they were going to think about it or they said, yeah, it sounds good, but like, now what, right? So again, we're leading with the business, but this can also be applied to products if you have talked product with people, okay? So you're going to follow up with somebody that you said you would follow up with, or that you message and you haven't heard from, you know, the next day or so. And this is from the book, so I'm going to just read it. She says, hi, hey, Mary, this is Romy. We had a call scheduled at this time to help further explore your business with us. I want to offer you a few times that we could reschedule. I have 3 this afternoon or 9:30 tomorrow morning. Which one would work for you? You know, text or call me back with your choice and let me know that you're okay. Talk to you soon. Okay. So you're not like, oh my gosh, she didn't respond, and you're like all miffed about it, right? What are husbands good for? Okay, one moment. Just wait one moment. Okay. And then if they don't respond to you still, if Mary is still like refusing to talk or to like respond to anything, but she's read that message or she's heard the voice message you left her, you just send her another one. And you just say, hey, Mary, I'm wondering if you're still interested in continuing our conversation. If you're having a hard time telling me no, don't give it a second thought. I don't have any attachment to your decision, but I do have time to briefly talk today at this time or that time. Let me know which one works for you. So again, you're still following up because you told her you'd follow up with her. So you're keeping it professional, but you're not nagging, okay? And then if there's still crickets, hey, Mary, probably say with a smile at this point, so that way you're not like, what is wrong with you, right? Just like, hey, Mary, hope all is well. I've got to tell you, I'm really, really good at what I do, and I'm really good at follow-up. So you've told me in the past that you thought my business might be a great way for you to do X, Y, or Z, whatever they were interested in. So until then, and until you tell me no, I'm going to keep checking in with you every so often. Hope you're doing well. And that's it. Okay. At that point, she knows, Mary knows now that you're going to continue to follow up with her. And she said, and with this, and I can attest to this, she usually gets a response. If she hadn't before, she gets a response now from people that say, you know what, please keep following up with me. Now is just not a great time. And then you say, okay, great. I'll check in with you in a month or so. Right? So, but now at least they know the pressure is off. You are not depending on that order. You are not depending on that business product sign or business rep, team member, words are hard, but that you are just doing your job. You're being a professional. You are not being annoying. You're not being a pest. You're not being pushy. You are being professional. And that's what we want to be in this business. There is some great verbiage with how to message brand new people that is also in this book. We're not going to get into that because I know Kristen is actually going to talk a little bit more about that. But if you guys can keep in mind your reach out rules and then the follow-up is key. If you're feeling spammy, it's because you're doing it wrong. So just get in, like, I can even post all of this on our team page. I have it all typed out. I literally just read it from this page. But there was also one other thing I was going to read. So she says, it all sounds great, but she just can't decide. How many of you have like 5 people on your list right now that say that, right? So what she said is the best way to get them to decide is to spoon feed them a decision-making process. And she does that by giving them some homework, right? Or my favorite is asking on a scale of 1 to 10. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you at? And they're like, oh, it all sounds great. I'm like an 8. Okay, well, what would it take to get you to a 10? What more do you need to know? You know, my job is to make sure that you have all the information you need to make an educated decision. Let me know what that is, and I'll get that to you. And at that point, they're still hanging out there. You guys go put them on your follow-up list, but detach from that one and move on. There are how many millions of people in the world? That one person cannot be what makes or breaks your next promotion.
Boom. Okay. So that's a lot of messaging. So if you guys know me and you've been on trainings with me before, you know that I don't like messaging. It is not my strong suit. I think that messaging and social media is an amazing way to build your business, but I have had much better success with my business doing things in person because it's so easy for people to hide behind a screen and ignore you or make excuses. And then you feel like you're constantly following up with people. I do a lot of messaging, let me say that. But, and Amy Meyer knows this because this has happened to me numerous times. Have you guys ever woken up and you've gotten a text message from somebody that says that they want to cancel their order? Or you get a message from somebody that says that They're actually not interested in joining your team. And it just sets your day off on the wrong foot. And you're like, damn. Or like both of them happen on the same morning and you're like, double damn. It just sets you off in a bad mood. And then you kind of feel like you're in a funk the rest of the day. Well, Jeff or Bertie, who if you guys, Chelsea says twice this week, right? It sucks. It sucks. It's just a really tough way to start the day. And it makes you feel like your funnel's constipated because you're like, those are like 2 losses. Now I have to make them up. Well, Jeff or Bertie, who's a top earner in our company, has a saying, and he says, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. And I always think about that in my head because my mood and my business is affected by what I do and my actions. So if I've woken up on those days and I've been like, God dang it, like so much, bad stuff. And I just feel like I'm stuck. And sometimes that feeling will last for a couple days where you just feel like you're in that funk and you're not getting any progress with anybody. And I have messaged Amy before, and I've been like, I'm going to go out and change it. I'm going to go out and do something about it. And I do, because I know that the only thing that's going to get me out of that funk is meeting somebody new. And it's hard to do that when you're in a funk, but I force myself to do it. So I go out and I have conversations with people. And I understand that, and this is something that we're going to talk about because I get that most of you guys are able to have conversations with people. Really easy, general chit chat. You guys, most of you are on this team because you're friendly. You like to talk to people, but it's making that transition from talking to the person to introducing Juice Plus. And I think that that's where a lot of people get stuck. But I tell you, when you figure out how easy that transition is, it makes your life so much easier because you can be like, you know what? I think I'm going to go out and get a new prospect today. And you go out and you do it. And so I'm going to post these on our team page as well, but there's a few things that are super easy. So for example, I've been focusing all my attention this month on helping my team grow. I have not even tried to get customer orders or distributors for myself, which is very rare. I've just been focusing on my team. But last night I was like, I need to get some business prospects, like holy hell. So this morning I made the decision to go take a fitness class of somebody, a new teacher, with the intention of talking to her about Juice Plus. So I showed up in class and, it was meant to be, it was up to me. I knew that I had to go get a business prospect. I wasn't interested in just messaging somebody on the computer and having them ignore my message because that always happens the first time around. So I went into this class with her. And what do? Is I just start asking questions. You ask that person questions about themselves. So let's say it is a fitness professional or a clerk at a store or a mom at the playground. You ask them questions. How often do you come here? Did you just start working here? You have such great customer service. How long have you worked here? Is this your full-time job? Where are you from? How many kids? Is this your only kid? Just ask them questions about themselves and keep the conversation going. You'll know right away if the conversation isn't going to go anywhere. If they're very, terse and they're like not interested in having a conversation, that's totally fine. You can move on. But if they're open and they're starting to answer your questions and you're just getting to know them by asking them these questions, and then here's the transition. And it's going to sound so easy. The transition is, hey, I know this sounds super crazy, but I've really enjoyed talking with you. And I think that you'd really like what I do. I'm actually looking to build a team of moms like you or fitness professionals like you or people who have amazing customer service just like you. Would you be open to just learning about the company that I work with? Because I think you'd be awesome. Every single person is going to say yes because they're going to feel flattered. At that point, you say, great, let me get your contact information and I'll reach out to you to set up a date and time. Or say, great, are you free tonight? I'll give you a call at 8 p.m. And so right there, a lot of times I think that people will wait to find that right moment to interject Juice Plus. But if you notice what I did is I took the conversation and I immediately turned it to Juice Plus by just saying, hey, I really like talking to you, or you really might like what I do. So don't wait for that special moment where they are like, well, what do you do for work? Because it doesn't always happen like that. So go out and meet people. Ask them questions about themselves. If you like them and you're getting good energy from them, tell them. Be like, you've got the best energy ever. I want people like you on my team. Would you be open to learning about what I do? And they're going to be like, you're a crazy person. You're going to be like, I know, it's totally crazy. I sound crazy. But like, would you just be open to learning about it? Every person's going to say yes. So make it so simple. And notice that I didn't tell them what the company was. I didn't tell them what our product was. I didn't tell them anything about myself, but they're still interested because they're excited. So that's a really good way to unclog that funnel, is to go out and just get new prospects that way, get people excited. Not everybody's going to, respond to the follow-up that you do with them, but every once in a while they will. So that is one of the ways that I unclog my funnel. And that's actually like the main way that I unclog it. The other one, and we talk about this all the time, is that businesses are built on events. And an event can be anything, right? An event can be having coffee with a girlfriend, hosting an online event. It can be anything. But I will tell you, and I'm going to use tonight as an example. We're on our team. We're pushing for senior sales coordinator, and we have some volume that we need to make up. We need to get some extra orders. So instead of getting on my phone and scrolling through my follow-ups and looking for people to reach out to, I went and hosted a vendor table. Because I know that is the fastest way to get people moved from my cold market into my warm market, have one-on-one conversations, educate them about Juice Plus, and make a connection. So all that I do in a 3 to 5 minute interaction at a vendor table would take somebody else maybe 5 to 6 days on messaging, right? Because you send them a message, you wait till the next day till they see it, they forget to respond, you follow up, you feel me? So all this interaction takes place in one 3 to 5 minute moment. Now they're excited, they've tasted their product, they've tried it, they've heard about it, they know what it is, they've made a connection with your face that you're a real genuine person, and now you follow up with them. So I went out, and I wish I had my piece of paper, it's downstairs, 18 contacts tonight. And probably 4 of them, I'm thinking I can probably get to order in the next couple of days, because they were really excited. I had some great conversations with them by asking them questions about themselves, of how Juice Plus can benefit them. So what's in it for them? How can Juice Plus benefit them? So I know that a lot of you guys are scared of vendor tables or intimidated by them, but here's the thing. Nobody has any idea that you don't know what you're doing, like no idea. And so if you just practice kind of the things that Kelsey and I talked about without doing the word vomit, with being really direct, really simple, asking people questions about themselves, and keeping it really basic, vendor tables are really, really easy to do. How did I find a vendor table so quickly? Okay, that's a really good question. I will admit that I have an unfair advantage because I work at Orange Theory, and so I was able to do one at Orange Theory. However, if you have a relationship with any other business or anything, I mean, it could even be if there's a Saturday boot camp that all of your girlfriends go to, you could reach out to that trainer and be like, hey, I would really like to set up a table at the boot camp that you do on Saturday morning. I think that it would really benefit, your people, and, maybe something in it for them, like whatever. But, find, if you belong to a gym, that gym is likely to let you do a table there because you're a member there. If there is a local, like mom and pop coffee shop that you frequent often, I'm going to ask them if you can set up a pop-up table. They might say no, but they might say yes. So it's just about relationship building. So I have a relationship with Orange Theory. That's why I'm able to do a pop-up table there so quickly. But there are a lot of places that you could do them at. Races, like 5K, 10Ks, that kind of stuff. Fun fairs. Ashlyn and I did an awesome one at her kids. They had like a fun fair at their school 2 weekends ago, and we set up a table there and had a great time. Any kid event that goes on. If your kid does Taekwondo, you can ask the owner of Taekwondo if you can set up a table there. You could ask that guy if you could do a nutrition seminar at their Taekwondo studio. So setting up tables, or something, because I know not everybody's into tables, but for like the younger people, like ladies' night, like invite your girlfriends and go out for wine, right? And then over a glass or two of wine, you'd be like, you guys, I have got to talk to you about something. I've been dying to tell you, right? This is me drunk, right? I've got to tell you about something. I'm dying to tell you guys about what I've been doing. You've got to get on it. I know you're going to love it. And they're going to be open for conversation because you guys are having fun. So, or brunch or a play date. Pick 3 friends of your kids that you have not talked to Juice Plus to their parents about. Invite those 3 kids over for some fun little kind of weekend activity. And while the kids are doing it, you can talk to the moms about Juice Plus. I mean, there's just so many things that you can create and that you can do to make it an event that you're immediately going to have more than one person in front of you where you can share the product, share the business, share what we do. And it's fun, you guys. And that's the best part about it, is talking to people and being around multiple people lifts your spirits up. I could be in the worst, grumpiest mood. I go do a vendor table and I leave there so energized and so fired up, just because I've been around people energized and talking about the product, and it's moving my business forward. So even though stuff like that can sometimes feel uncomfortable, it really is the best way to unclog your business because for me, the most painful thing for me personally is sitting on my phone messaging people. I really don't like it. I will, and like cold messaging. So I will follow up with people. I tell you, I am a follow-up queen. Those people that I meet, they hear from me until they tell me to F off or until they buy product. But I am the follow-up queen. And, but I do not like cold messaging. So for those of you who feel like you're pulling your hair out, just cold messaging people and trying to get orders that way, I really encourage you to get out and meet new people. And it can be whatever you're doing, right? If you are taking your kids to a baseball game, if you are going to the hair salon, if you are like going to the gym, going for a walk, like whatever it is, just talk to whatever you're doing. You don't have to go out of your way to do it. Talk to people. And just if they seem cool, ask them to learn more about your business, right? You just collect people that day. Go out on a collection spree. And the second one is to do events, vendor tables, ladies' night, kids events. Shoot, a dog walking. I just saw Penny, made me think of it. Like, ask people to go on dog walks with you. Like, I don't know, like it doesn't matter. But get people together, do an event, do something. So that's going to unclog your funnel super, super fast. So does anybody have any questions? And we'll post some of the verbiage that we use on our Team Sugar page so you guys can reference it.
Kristen.
Yes.
I already posted everything I did on under Kristen's image for this event. It's in the
Cool. Awesome. And I'll post mine there too. I'll post the verbiage that I use to help to that transition when you meet somebody and transitioning. And so that'll really help.
What's the name of the group again?
What's that?
What's the name of the group again? I know I'm in it. I just want to write it down. So
yeah. So this one's going to be, and Leslie, I'll tag you in it too.
Below that.
Juice Plus Team Trigger.
Okay.
And so I'll tag you in it so you know exactly where it is. Since you're newer and you're probably not used to like scrolling through all of our messages that we have in there. Yeah.
Cool. So real quick, I mean, you guys are pushing for promotions for this month. So what are the things that you're getting stuck on? Where are we having some holdups? We kind of want to do Q&A.
I don't have people available at night. My cousin's out to dinner. My sister and my stepsister are putting kids to bed.
That's all right. I mean, that's just one night, right?
Yeah. Like my stepsister has a newborn, so she left when you and I talked last night about how I did a mass message instead of private, but my sister said our stepsister is interested down in Nashville because she sees it on countertops of other moms or whatever.
Yeah.
But I tried to call her and I think she's like putting her son to bed. So is there ever like a week? Or I mean, I guess I could just send him a video, right?
Yeah, you can send him a video, but also I don't work during the day. I mean, I work during the day. This is my job, but I'm always available during the day. So if there's a time that she wants to hop on a call, that's at like 2:00 when her kid naps, like I'm always available to hop on a call.
Okay.
And so, and answer questions for her. But I think especially if she's got a newborn and she's like overwhelmed, a video would be perfect for her. The recording that I sent you last night. And what I would say to her is like, hey, I know you're really busy with the baby and your time is really valuable. if I send you this recording, would you watch it? And of course she'll say yes and be like, great. You know, do you think you can watch it today? She'll say yes. Say, okay, I'm going to send it to you and I'll follow up with you later tonight or tomorrow morning and see what you thought of it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well,
I
isn't
have
that
a lot of mom friends, but a lot
They-
of them seem to be like busy at night because some, like my sister works at night because her husband works during the day type thing.
Yeah.
So
Well, listen, I totally would do a call during the day. And I know that you work. So
they consistently nap, so that would be good.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know that you obviously work during the day, so you wouldn't be able to get on, but that's no big deal. I can definitely host a midday call for
Okay.
like we'll call it like the mom call.
Right?
I'll get on. I don't do anything.
Yeah. Ashton and I can run it.
I'm a mom.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you guys, I know like a lot of my team is made up of moms too. And so what we even have our team call and stuff during the day because so many people are not like able in the evenings because they're putting kids to bed or they're in the middle of dinner or whatever. And especially when you're spread out across so many time zones. I mean, this business, we can do it anytime. We can do it on the weekend. We can do it during the day. We can do it. I mean, frick, I woke up at 5 a.m. because my rep and Kristen's like, you're freaking nuts. I wouldn't have done this. I don't love, no, I'm kidding. That's not what she said. No, but,
no, I'm pretty sure I was like, I'm pretty sure I was like, well, my team would never ask me to get up that early in the morning.
No. But you were like, I don't even think I love you that much is where I was going to go. Like, I was like, I don't even know if she'd do it for me, but, at 5 a.m. My time is when, my rep out in Missouri her prospect was driving to work at that time. And so that was the time that we could make it work. Obviously it's not ideal, but like, just know that there are always people. And if I'm not able to do it, the same rep needed something and I wasn't able to do it. And so that I deferred to Amy and I asked Amy if she could help. She said, yes. Like I've deferred people to Kristen before. Like this is a team. Like Kristen and I don't benefit at all from each other right now, or ever, but we're sideline buddies. And so like, that's what this team and this community is. Like, I know I've had Veronica help me with launches for my team before. And you know, we don't benefit each other at all, but like that's what we're here for. We're here to help support each other and we're all on the same mission. And, I mean, heck, we're all reading from the same script. So, you know, just reach out and guarantee somebody will step up and offer to help.
Awesome.
Any other questions? Kristen, you're muted. I love your face, but unmute.
Yeah, and I was gonna say too, and Lexi, like we can find a time, like ask them, you can send a message, be like, are you guys free Friday, tomorrow's Thursday? Yeah, be like, are you free Friday? What time are you free Friday during the day? And if they're like 11, like that's what, like 1 o'clock my time, be like, yeah, totally, we'll do a call at 1.
Okay.
And we'll send them the link and I'll do a call for them.
Okay, great. Because, yeah, I have my girlfriend out in Seattle. She works during the day, but my sister, I think my stepsister's back at work. So I think my sister and my best friend, though, in Chicago could do a midday call.
Cool.
And I already talked to my sister last night, and I know she's interested. So,
Nice.
because she used to be on it with me back in the day. She was like, oh, I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So after our call, I'll help you with some like closing verbiage for her. Well, basically we're like, all right, so do you need information or like you ready to put an order in?
Yeah.
And I've done a lot of that with Kristen too, where it's like, this person is available at 2. Can we get on a call? Can we do a 3-way call at 2 o'clock? And she's like, I can't do 2, but I can do 3. Or yeah, 2 works for me. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
Cool.
All right.
Oh my gosh. And that just reminded me, the only verbiage we didn't say was that one right there. Was like, if you guys run out of follow-up ideas, just come straight out and be like, okay, listen, I think you're a 10. Like, I don't, you know, I've answered everything. Are you ready to get started? Like, I know Amy Meyer uses that all the time. Are you ready to get started? What card would you like to put it on? And a lot of times that's all it is people are just waiting to be like, okay, well, what's the next step? Oh, I just give you my information? Okay. Like, it's so simple, but yeah, that's always a great place to go.
Yeah. All right,
And
friend.
FYI, guys, FYI, I just got a message while we were on this call to cancel somebody's order. And so I started asking questions about why they wanted to cancel. And it just came down to they couldn't afford it for the whole family. And I said, well, you do know about our children's health study, right? Bada bing, bada boom, we saved a customer order. So it happens to everybody.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to ask. How do you Okay, so yeah, how do you come up? Do you not okay? Because there's kids gummies, but we can sell. How does that work?
So there's kids gummies. So a parent can outright buy children's gummies, or they can get kids gummies for free with their adult order. So, I mean,
You mentioned that though, because technically,
I do right out of the gate every time. And I don't know if that's right or wrong because
I kind of feel like that would get them to hop on, because that's what I even told my sister. I was like, listen, why don't you and Fernando try it? Share it for the month, but know that you can get Maddox and Easton free gummies. She's like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah. So like share an adult order for the month, get the kids gummies. You're paying less than $20 per person a month for, to at least get a sample and then get a feel if you want to, if that's enough, if you each want to place an order for yourself, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, you don't have to necessarily take it every day if you don't want, you know what I'm
saying?
Yes,
they do.
But I was like, if you just want to test it out, like, I think that's like good,
Well, so I wouldn't have them test it out as on a children's health study. If they want to test it out, just have them buy an order of gummies, and then you can sign up, because the children's health study, we want to encourage our people to be on it for a minimum of a year, because you as the rep are actually paying a little bit out of pocket for that. And then like Kristen is paying, and like everybody in your upline is paying for that order in order for them to get it free. Obviously it's a huge benefit. It is worth it to us to have more kids on the children's health study. But if they cancel before that year is up, like Juice Plus just basically gave out a whole bunch of free products, and now they can't use the results from the study, which would be their surveys that they're supposed to fill out. So if they just want to try it, just have them do like one order. And honestly, if it's within the first 30 days or something, you can convert it to a children's health study order after the fact, once they are like, oh yeah, let's absolutely like keep doing this, So just keep it super simple up front.
Yeah.
But you're right, a lot of times knowing that they can get it free for their kids makes it worth it for them.
Yeah. And Lexi, I would say too, like you want them to take it every day, because if they don't take it every day, then the nutrition's not going to build up in their system, and they're not going to have the kind of results that they should have. So because it's meant to be taken every day. So we want them to, so they can really reap the benefits of it.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right. Anyone else? Awesome, guys. All right. I know that